Hello and welcome to another episode of the program from the State Assemblies, a weekly program that reviews legislative activities across the Federation. On this episode, tax reform. Lagos Assembly set to domesticate Tax Reforms Law 2025 holds public hearing on harmonized taxes bill. Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly moves to address rising influx of mentally challenged persons. Plus, Yobe Assembly moves to establish State Agency for Drug Abuse Control and Rehabilitation. Details of these and many more stories will be coming your way shortly. I'm Joshua Abuja, your host. We begin from the west, as the Lagos State residents would soon heave a sigh of relief from multiple taxation accruing from federal, state, and local governments. Speaker, Lagos State House of Assembly, Mudashiru Obasa, disclosed this after a bill for a law to establish Lagos State harmonized taxes and levies approved list for collection scheduled the second reading at the plenary in Lagos. Musa Toliat completes the report.
The Nigerian Tax Act 2025, which came into effect on January 1, 2026, seeks to modernize the tax system. States have also been encouraged to domesticate the Tax Act to inspire compliance in respective subnationals in the country.
To read for the second time, a bill for a law to enact the Lagos State harmonized taxes and levies.
With the bill on Lagos State harmonized taxes and levies scaling the second reading, the task of dissecting the bill with a view to getting support of other legislators rests squarely on the shoulders of the Chairman Committee on Finance, Honorable Femi Said.
The Act introduced sweeping reforms such as consolidation of various federal status, standardization of tax procedure, strengthening enforcement and compliance mechanism, and harmonization of subnational, state, and local revenue system with federal rules.
The bill was now open to debate from other lawmakers. Honorable Tomo Abiodun, representing Ekpe Constituency 1, described the bill as a critical reform that will eliminate the challenge of multiple taxation in Lagos State.
Where state will tax you and the local government will come back to tax you. So people and citizens were complaining. And it allowed the state government and the local government to sit down and determine the tax collectible by the local government and those collected that could be collected by the state.
We need to do a lot of advocacy to let the public understand the importance and the essence of this law.
On the importance of the bill, Honorable Bola Oyishao noted that the bill would abolish cash-based tax collection, thereby enhancing transparency and accountability.
There's need to codify these taxes because I saw in the schedule here provided the names of taxes are just mentioned. The amount of the taxes are not mentioned. And this House of Assembly is the one saddled with the responsibility of determining those numbers so that the arbitrary or uncodified amount of taxes that will be collected should be considered when we are putting this law in place.
Section 7 talks about the offenses. And if you look at the schedule attached to this bill, especially with daily ticketing, I want to believe that there should be more explanation, especially when it comes to the major function of the local government, which is being exercised currently by the unions, the NURTW, the Ratians, and the like, in terms of daily ticketing collection, so that they don't fall foul of the offense or of the fine that is contained in Section 9 of the bill.
Speaker, Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, who presided over the plenary, reiterated that the bill is in the interest of Lagosians as it promotes a fair and equitable tax system anchored on the principle of progressive taxation.
All of us representing each constituency must go back home to educate our people. We have to be on the same page. Lagos State harmonized taxes and levies and pro-leaves for list for collection be 2025 is now committed to ask committee on finance to do public hearing and come back with the report in 2 weeks.
New appointments subsequently announced by the Speaker, Obasa, indicated that the House of Assembly now has a new clerk.
Pursuant to Section 9, subsection 2, paragraph 9 of Lagos State House of Assembly Service Commission Law 2021, this House hereby removes Mr. Biliamino Olabileko as clerk of Assembly based on expiration of tenure and appoint Mrs. Adenike Oshinowo as new clerk of the House of Assembly. All in favor say aye. Aye. Those against nay, the ayes have it.
Appointments into Lagos State House of Assembly Service Commission, LAHASCOM, was also announced before the House adjourned Synod. In Lagos, Musa Toliat, NTA News.
In a bid to promote synergy with law enforcement bodies, the Yobe State House of Assembly recently reaffirmed its commitment to support security agencies through effective lawmaking and intelligence sharing. These resonated when the Assembly played host to the newly posted Commissioner of Police, Yobe State Command. Babagana Kolo reports.
Receiving the newly deployed Commissioner of Police on a familiarization visit to the Assembly, the Speaker Chiro Mabubo Mashori affirms the Assembly's unwavering support to the security operatives and charged the police to prioritize the safety and security of constituents.
This Honorable House, we are together with the police. We are the same page. And let me assure you, our doors are always open. Even if you send somebody or we will visit your office to see whatever, because the 24 honorable members here are representing the Yobe states. So most of the problems that you will encounter may one way or the other, directly or indirectly, will touch our member. That's why always that not hesitate to be hearing our calls.
The 34th Commissioner of Police Yobe State Command CP Jibrin Usman Company assures to deliver the command's constitutional mandate of preserving law and order as well as protecting lives and property.
I want to assure you we are here to serve you wholeheartedly. We will do our best to the best of our ability that we make sure that there is peace in Yobe State.
The two bodies agreed that effective information and intelligence sharing among the three arms of the government will help identify structural drivers of conflict and enable proactive measures to resolve them. In the matter, I am Babagana Kulu, NTA News.
In Huyo, the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly passed a resolution calling on the state government through the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Welfare to constitute a special committee to be placed at strategic entry points of the state with a view to checkmating the influx of mentally challenged persons into the state. The resolution followed a motion of urgent public importance by member representing Uron State Constituency, Itoro Etim, which was promptly seconded by member representing Esit Eket Ibeno State Constituency, Udo Bia Friday Udo. Details with Musikak Okun.
Presenting the motion, Itoretim expressed concerns on the increasing influx of mentally challenged persons in the state, noting that their presence on the streets poses public nuisance and causes psychological discomfort to the people.
The people have become, I don't know if I should call it a distraction in the tourism agenda of the excellency. And they are vulnerable people. They need support. They need help. And to get according to the destination of our choice, we need to make specified plans, structured plans, to rid our towns and environments of people that are unstable, because they can cause harm to other people and cause harm to themselves.
Some lawmakers, while speaking on the dangers of the presence of mentally challenged persons on the streets of the state capital, say the situation needs urgent intervention in order to preserve the state's image and public safety.
Mentally unstable people are roaming the street, throwing their private part everywhere for public consumption. This is an abuse and does not speak in the spirit and vision of the Arise agenda of the governor in terms of tourism.
As part of the resolution of the House on this matter, that the state government should establish a special task force supervised by the Ministry of Women Affairs and Special Welfare, and then maybe the Ministry of Health, to establish that task force to check the influx of people with mental issues into the state. When investors, tourists move into the state, they will not be greeted by men with mental issues, some of them walking completely naked.
The Speaker, Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Udemotong, directed the clerk of the House to communicate the resolution of the House to the appropriate authorities for immediate action.
As the Ministry of Health, to see what they can do, maybe to send some of them that are not quite to the psychiatric hospital and take it for treatments. I think that's the illusion of this house.
Zikak Okon, NTA News.
In the eastern region of the country, the Ebonyi State House of Assembly passed a bill to establish the office of the Public Defender in the state. The bill followed a request by Governor Francis Nwefuru, contained in a letter to the House seeking approval for the establishment of the office. Samuel Okpo tells us more.
The Office of Public Defender, as contained in the governor's letter, is meant to give voice to the voiceless and reduce intimidation and abuse often meted to the poor and vulnerable in society. House members took turns to air their views on the bill, where they underscored its relevance to Ebonyi people. According to them, the bill will reduce victimization of the poor by the rich, decongest prisons, and safeguard the fundamental human rights of citizens, among others.
That this bill is being apt, considering that it is for public defending the masses is very imperative, especially in a state like Ebonyi State. We can very well tell that a lot of times the masses out there may not have the voice, may not have people that will defend them, may not have the resources, the money to prosecute their matters, even when they have the right of what they cause of the action.
This is another bill, another law the state will make to enhance the citizens' rights. And it will enhance the rule of law, where the poor man will not be victimized by the rich. Because this bill will establish like a council made up of prominent lawyers who will make sure that nobody's right is taken for granted in the law courts. This bill will also decongest the prisons, where the masses, if you go to the prisons, you see that there are so many people who are poor, who cannot afford legal fees, and that is why they are there today.
The bill, after scaling through the third reading, was passed by the House after the Speaker, Moses Odongwa, put the question about its passage to vote.
A bill to provide the establishment of the Office of Public Defender in the State and other matters connected thereto. Hereby passes third reading and passed into law.
When assented to by the governor, the bill will be cited as Ebonyi State Office of Public Defender Law 2026. In Abakaliki, Samuel Okpo, NTA News.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Back to northern Nigeria, stakeholders in Yobe State, including law enforcement agencies, government institutions, and civil society organizations, are strengthening collaboration towards developing a comprehensive approach to tackling the menace of drug abuse in the state. The stakeholders made their submissions during a one-day public hearing organized by the Joint House Committee on Health and Primary Healthcare on a bill seeking to establish the Yobe State Agency for Drug Abuse Control and Rehabilitation. Babagana Kolo again brings us details.
Concerned by the rising cases of substance abuse in the society, the Joint Committee on Health and Primary Healthcare of the Yobe State House of Assembly convened this one-day high-level public hearing. The hearing focuses on a bill seeking to establish the Yobe State Agency for Drug Abuse Control and Rehabilitation, YOSADAC.
When my word was transferred in this very important gathering, it demonstrates the fact that we have gathered a lot of inputs from various individuals, organizations that is going to strengthen the proposed bill at our disposal.
Speaker Yobe State House Assembly represented urged stakeholders to provide valuable inputs to ensure the proposed agency effectively addresses the specific needs of the people of the state.
As lawmakers, we recognize that legislation alone cannot stop this problem of drug abuse. It requires coordinated efforts involving families, communities, security agencies, educational institutions, traditional and religious bodies.
The hearing brought together lawmakers, health officials, religious leaders, security agencies, and other relevant stakeholders to deliberate on and strengthen the legal framework of the bill.
The bill is timely. It is very important because, especially at this critical moment, drug abuse is increasing and it is jeopardizing the interest and sanity of the next generation. And because of this, there is need for all stakeholders to contribute towards the effort of controlling, preventing, and rehabilitating the victims of drug abuse.
At the end of the engagement, the Joint Committee is expected to review the submissions and recommendations from the public hearing before presenting its report to the House for further legislative action. In Damaturu, I am Babagana Kulu, NTA News.
Entrepreneurs and operators of small and medium enterprises will soon break free from the shackles of multiple taxation subsequent upon finalization of work on the Harmonized Taxes and Levies Bill 2025 by the Lagos State House of Assembly. Speaker Mudashiru Obasa disclosed this at a one-day public hearing organized by the House Committee on Finance to collate contributions and memoranda from stakeholders in organized private sector ahead of the final passage of the bill in Lagos. Musa Toliat again has the details.
Lagos State is grappling with multiplicity of taxation. This one-day public hearing organized by the Lagos House of Assembly Committee on Finance is to harmonize taxes and levies across the metropolis.
We believe that governance becomes more effective when citizens are given the opportunity to contribute directly to policies and laws that affect their daily lives. Your presence here today is therefore not merely ceremonial. It is a vital contribution to strengthen democratic accountability and public trust.
There was a need to give an overview of the Harmonized Taxes and Levies Bill 2025.
The bill seeks to establish a unified, transparent, and technology-driven framework and be in sync with the federal government tax policy as recently passed by National Assembly. The bill simplifies collection processes, prohibits illegal roadblocks and unauthorized collections, and promotes electronic payment system to improve accountability, transparency, and efficiency in revenue administration.
Key aspects of the tax harmonization bill is consolidation of separate tax levies into a single unified system.
We had to harmonize over 60 different levies and connections to just 8. And not every single state were advised to harmonize all their collections also in line with what is happening at the federal level. The second thing is that administration of tax. You are also not going to be having different people coming to you to come and so it's also being consolidated, which is also very good for us.
One major focus of the public hearing is to collate memoranda from stakeholders in organized private sector.
The ADR processes, it was not spelled out in the bill. The processes of the ADR, it is not spelled out. It was only mentioned.
I'm seeking clarity. Is whether there's penalty at all for non-payment of taxes. I'm not sure I saw that, or whether there's penalty for late payment or underpayment or even evasion of taxes and levies.
The one-day public hearing is organized by the House Committee on Finance ahead of the passage of the bill, which has killed second reading on the floor of the Assembly. In Lagos, Musa Toliat, NTA News.
The Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly also confirmed the appointment of 5 commissioners of the Akwa Ibom State Electricity Regulatory Commission, ACSEC, in the previous week. Those confirmed are Ubong Etuk Udo, Engineering, Valerie Okon Obot, Finance and Corporate Services, Paul Okon, Economic Regulation, Kalu Ukoa, Policy Planning and Innovation, and Arit Okon Uya, Stakeholder Engagement and Consumer Affairs. Let's hear details from Isikak Okon.
The confirmation, as announced by the Speaker, Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly Udeomoton, followed the consideration and adoption of a report by the Chairman, House Committee on Judiciary, Justice, Human Rights and Public Petitions, Anefiok Atta, who represents Nsratai State Constituency.
That in the opinion of the committee, the nominees are intelligent men and women of proven integrity and will add value to the administrative machinery of the state, which is bounded by the Arise agenda. In view of their work observation, the committee hereby declares the nominees and recommends that the appointment as commissioners into the Electricity Regulatory Commission be confirmed by the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly.
The Speaker Udeomoton speaks.
Honourable motion has been moved and seconded that the recommendation of the House Committee on Judicial Justice, Human Rights and Public Petitions be adopted and confirm the appointment of the following nominees as commissioners into the Akwa Ibom State Electricity Regulatory Commission. There are Engineer Ubang, Dr. Barry Okonibot, Mr. Paul Okon, Dr. Kalu Koa, Mrs. Ari Okonuya. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say aye. Accordingly, the appointment is hereby confirmed.
It will be recalled that on 16 April 2026, the State Governor Omoino forwarded 5 nominees for confirmation as commissioners of the Akwa Ibom State Electricity Regulatory Commission. Nsikak Okon, NTA News.
That report brings us to the end of the review of activities from state assemblies this week. Remember, you can still watch our news and other programs on our social media handles scrolling on your screen. See you next time on this same channel and remain a patriotic Nigerian. Do stay blessed. I'm Joshua Okude. Thanks for watching and bye for now.